Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. What is going on with Cardano right now? Now, this is something where we look into what's happening. It's kind of caught my eye because I think people are selling, locking in some profits with ADA. Those numbers are becoming apparent, but I wanted to share with you guys my thoughts before the weekend. Also, we are going to look into the chart a little bit and what's going on with the broader crypto market. Excuse me. So let's get into it. If you haven't done so, great time. Subscribe right down below. We do talk crypto every single day right here on the channel, and I want to share kind of the overall market. But the biggest storyline, I think, guys, is the fact that I think people are starting to take some profits. And it's crazy for me to think that because for me as a trader, I have not sold one Cardano since I've bought in. I have more of a 2030 outlook personally. You guys can do whatever you want. But now Cardano entering back into the top 10. This is where it's interesting. 38 cents for ADA. You can see we've been on a little bit of a run up this week, up about 12, 13%. But over the month, it's been 6.3%. But this is the big story, guys. 44% on the year. Okay. Now, on a day where basically the whole market is green, you can see where Cardano is at right now, up about a 1%. And I just can't get down with selling at these levels. If you zoom out and you look at 2021, whether or not we hit that, whether or not Hydra and what's happening with the era of Voltaire and the Chang hard fork, all the good stuff that we talk about within Cardano, whether that actually comes to fruition and helps is yet to be determined. I know a lot of people wish they would have sold at 80 cents, but I still think Cardano right now is battling with a little bit more of the broader market weighing them down. There's really no reason, in my estimation, what has Cardano done from a technological standpoint to reduce demand. Okay, if anybody knows that, please let me know. And conversely, I think the biggest thing is they haven't done anything wrong and they haven't done anything right in the eyes of institutions and crypto traders. We get announcements and partnerships. Okay, I think what Cardano's doing is more global than I think people lead on to believe. But in a day where everybody and their brother is greedy, they want to find ways to make money fast. Okay. And that's when you run into some of the VC stuff, Solana, you get into what's going down with meme coins. You talk about even XRP. That's where it's garnishing the spotlights, garnishing the attention of investors, traders, institutions. And that is why I think Cardano lags. But don't fail to lose sight of the fact that Cardano at one point was third in total market cap, why they were created, and I think that'll put you in a better mind frame moving forward. But for me, guys, this is where it comes down to. I have a 2030 outlook. There's nothing really to report on this front. I'll show you guys my trading indicator because what's interesting about that is we have not flashed really anything too apparent. You can see we're starting to wick up here. This W forming is very bullish in my opinion. That's where I drew this teal line for you guys to see. Whether or not that continues over this lower floor, that's kind of where I look at some of my levels with ADA, where I'm comfortable at. You can see if you dollar cost average, you've probably picked up some Cardano along the way. But on a day that the market is booming, you can see right now, this is how I like to start the weekend. I'm very optimistic with ADA at these levels. Just the other day, you could have bought Cardano around 30 cents. That's just absolutely crazy. You basically already almost made 20% in 1 week. That's kind of how I view it. So this goes out to more so some of the leverage traders out there in the bunch. But if you do trade on leverage, make sure you use my link down below. Click and sign up with Margex today. You can register and claim up to $10,000 in bonuses just by signing up using my link, saving on fees as well. But it's very important to do so because there is a copy trading feature that you can't see unless you sign up, where I've gotten a lot of feedback where people are just copying every move of those people on the top of the leaderboard and having some extreme profits. So sign up today if you do your due diligence and make sure Margex is right for you and get started trading. Okay, but here's where we're looking to Cardano, and I want to share kind of the investors that I think are selling, locking in profits, and I can't believe that, but that's why, if you're trading and you see that, the recent moves in the last 24 hours, we have seen an 8% increase, 12% over the last 3 days. I told you that Cardano's supply is profitable. We are about that 12, 13% in the last week, but there are some, temptations now to sell And that's kind of where you look into people want out. I think that there were some people that bought Cardano below 30 cents, and now they're trying to, maybe just get out. I just think that's stupid, in my personal opinion, not financial advice. Because with what's coming in October, I feel like the market is poised to break out. And whether or not Cardano's doing anything good, you believe in them, you're indifferent, it's going to be the same broader market trend that took Cardano down. It's the same thing that's going to lift it up. So it's kind of what I look at. These are just some of the effects. Everybody wants the hot meme coin, the thing that's fast and sexy. But I think when these older layer ones and older cryptos start to move, the altcoins, I think the original altcoins, which I have in a category, it's about 10 cryptos. Once they start to move, I think that Cardano could see $1 very, 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 I wouldn't say 2024, 25, towards the beginning of 2025, but I do think as 2025 kicks off, Q2 of 2025, I don't think that's too far-fetched to think that way. But it's unfortunate because no matter how good Cardano does, and it's what I said earlier, it doesn't quite matter. The chart doesn't matter. Their innovation doesn't matter because they could build whatever they want to build. But the reality is if Bitcoin starts tanking, money starts flowing out of crypto, Cardano's not going to all of a sudden just, do a 4X when all those blue chips are just tanking. So it's kind of what needs to be put into reality too is you have to understand these projects, it works both ways. They're not going to build, they're not going to become sexy and fast and do all this in a shitty market. Kind of how I view it. They have a roadmap they've stuck to, and it's quite unfortunate that, what we've seen with Hydra, Voltaire, and now what we get into with the Chang hard fork, it's probably going to be received with a pump and, people are going to get excited, but I don't think it's going to get its due credit, in my opinion, just because of the broader market. So kind of where I'm at. Those are my thoughts on ADA. There are some potential for sell-offs for longer-term holders as volatility picks up, but this is something where you look at 36, 37 cents at a point where traders might start to make a buy wall. If we do get up above 40, 42 cents, that's kind of been the mark where Cardano has been struggling to get past. I think 42 cents is a huge resistance point. We've seen that for pretty much over a year. But, the biggest thing is if you're going to sell your Cardano for a loss, I just it's something where I just can't even imagine when we do get in a market that allows for ADA to do well, just to see where they're going to head. All right. But that's kind of my take. And I can tell you guys firsthand, I get to deal with a lot of people that build, develop, all that stuff. Talk to them, from time to time, and you can kind of feel the pulse in the market, right? And that's kind of where I'm at with Cardano and a couple other cryptos. They're just doing their course. They're just taking that low and slow approach, grinding it out. It's not flashy, but it's not failing either. There's a lot of cryptos that are coming out hot. They're building, they're doing crazy stuff, and it's just quite frankly, they almost put themselves in a handicap because they can't, recover when the market's doing bad. So maybe Cardano's onto something with that approach, and we're just all kind of a little early. Time will tell, but this is kind of my breakdown and why October we might see some sell-offs. I think that's very much in key to what's going on with ADA, but I look for this to happen kind of through October, November with the presidential election. That's going to be very volatile, so make sure you guys all buckle up. But that's kind of what we have. So subscribe on your way out. Thanks for watching. We're going to have some more ADA videos coming out today and tomorrow, so make sure that notification bell is turned on. Thank you once more, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.